All right. Hello. Good evening, folks. We are live here on YouTube. This is Mallory George Page, aka the Emperor of Wrestling Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. And we have a lady who I've become very acquainted with, a lovely lady. We become friends sometimes. She has been on my live streams a couple of times. This is one Miss Nakoma Talia, aka the Great Warrior Wolf. So welcome to my dear lady, my dear friend. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little sore, but I'm doing good. I'm still standing. I'm still pushing.
That's
Still doing good.
That's all you can do. As you know, I put it on. I did a video this afternoon on my channel where she just this weekend she competed. She did like she competed in a one-on-one contest and plus a battle royal,
Yep.
and she won both of them. Now in the one-on-one contest it was for your BCW title, right?
Well, what actually happened was, so I wrestled Nick Diamond,
Oh, you don't like
and
Nick Diamond. You don't like Nick Diamond. You don't like Nick Diamond.
yes, I wrestled Nick Diamond on a one-on-one match to to get into the battle royale. And what happened actually is he cheated to win. So
Oh.
yeah, I was mad. Oh my God, I was so mad. I'm so glad that the fans were there to support me because obviously I didn't know that he had his hand behind him holding the rope, trying to pin me like that. Because he rolled me up, he had me up, so all I could see is my feet, my knees right here, and all I could see is his shoulder, so I can't see. And I didn't know he had the rope in his hand, trying to help hold himself, keep me pinned. So
Oh.
I'm glad the fans told me at the end. I'm waiting for like the actual video. I know um, Mike Avidable actually posted like a little clip and stuff like that because he shows up to some of the shows. Um, but at the end, I got up. I was mad. I was like, "No, that did not just happen." But then I'm hearing the fans. I'm like, "Wait, what? That he cheated? He cheated?" I was like, "What? He cheated?" I'm like, "Look around." I was like, "He did?" I was like, "No, he didn't." I was
Oh
like,
my
"Are you
God.
kidding me?" So I was mad. So, one lady was saying, "Oh, I got the proof on my phone," and I'm glad I'm glad they said something. So I ended up talking to like the higher ups in the back, and I will admit I did get very mad, and I put my hands on the ref a little bit, but then I apologized. I was like, "Oh wait, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." My anger got a little bit, the best of me for a second there, but I pulled it back. Gotta be professional. Can't let that happen. So I ended up going in the back and talking to the higher ups and let them know. I'm like, hey, that wasn't a fair trial. He cheated. And I showed them. Luckily, someone had a video and I showed them and they saw that. So that's when they're like, you're right. After everyone got out, all 15 people got out into the ring. They announced that, you know what, you're right. Komatala should be able to go out in the ring. And that's when I came out and, oh boy, you bet your butt I went right towards Nick.
Oh yeah, cause I
I
saw,
targeted.
I
Oh,
saw the pictures like he's like trying to hug you, and you're like you get like a little classic
yeah.
Ric Flair. You should get some Dusty Rhodes on him, and you're like and Nick has been on my live stream before. Nick and also Louis Leon, they both have been on this before, and
Yep.
I remember the first time y'all fought when Nick made comments about your daughter. I mean, I just don't like Nick.
Yeah. No, yeah. Mm-mm. You
He's a
don't mess with
character.
my kid.
Yeah, you don't mess with
That's the
no
last
women's
thing you
kid.
want to do is come after a little wolf.
Yeah.
Last thing you ever want to do.
We got here is Mr. Terret. Oh yeah, he cheated. So yeah, we can agree he cheated. And and this was how many people was in this battle royal that you were in?
Sorry, say that again?
How many people was in that battle royal you were in?
It was 15 and I was 16th.
That was 16. And looked like it was a tough battle royal. You were the only woman, right? Or was it a mix or just
I was, well, there was another woman there. Can't remember her name off the top of my head. It was my first time meeting her, but it was her first battle royale, her first match, and everything. And from what I saw, I did peek through the curtain, and she did hold her own for a while. She is a tough cookie, that one, and I'll give her that. But sadly, someone tossed her out, and I was kind of mad because I was hoping she would stay in there, hold it up for the females in there. But
but you gotta
that's all
understand this
right.
is you women, you get sometimes those guys, especially the big burly guys, we ain't gonna we all ain't no female. just it's
Yeah.
just something, because like I said, I know she, because Nakoma, she does also, she does compete against men, she gets women, and a lot of people are not big fans of intergender matches. I personally, back in the day, I used to watch like people like China. There was a midnight couple of days you would do it, but I think most of the big organizations don't do it anymore. It's mostly in the small organizations like your organizations. I know other than maybe Impact, they did it. And you remember he had Tessa Blanchett when she was fighting against Sammy Hagen. Was it Sammy? What's his name? I forgot his name. And
Mhm.
he just recently had Jordan Grace who fought against that dude for that title, the digital title. And Jordan also, she does a lot of intergender matches. And people got to understand that I think the ideology, especially when you're entertaining to children, people don't think like men and women should be fighting each other, but this is sports entertainment. And it's not like it's like recently there were situations a while back. There's been because I do a lot of content on MMA, and there was a situation where there was a person of transgender fighting against a female, a natural born female, and that's
Well,
very
that other
controversial.
girl I did speak about is trans, and I see no problem with it. I honestly don't. As long as they're happy, that's all that matters. They should not be treated any different. I mean, they work 10 times as hard just like regular females do. I mean, I understand a lot of people don't see them, I guess, as how they want to be seen. So they get treated pretty badly, just like females do at time. I'm not saying women get treated terribly in the business, but we don't get taken seriously either. So, I mean, we struggle just as much as them, and it's best to support each other best we can. I mean, I stand with, gay, straight, trans. I stand with anybody. I just care. I just make sure that they're happy. They should have the same chance as we do.
Mm-hmm. That's fair to say, but see, all societies like this. This is a situation where women's been trying so hard to get more recognition in sports, and then try to compete with each other. But then this is a mindset when somebody comes in that's not genetically female
Hmm.
and competing alongside them, that they possibly can take away opportunities from those women. It's about situation. If it should, even though if like one thing, if it was the reverse, it was a trans
I see it.
man.
I see it differently because like everybody's body type is different muscle wise. I mean, it's up to you to train hard enough to be strong and compete. I mean, it's not all about strength. It's all about you know being smart in the ring too. It's not just strength.
Hmm.
There's lots of ways to win matches and whatever sport you're in. It's a matter of if you're in shape, you know how to do the I don't know whatever sport like basketball, whatever. Like I just see it as they're just another person. Everybody has different strengths. Some are faster than others. Even just strictly females, some are faster than others. Men, same thing. In the male category, some men are stronger than the others. It's just body type. That's some train harder than others. That's how I see it. I don't see any difference besides people just working out, getting into this athletic shape, stuff like that.
Yeah, I talk about
That's
that a
my
lot,
opinion.
especially because I do. If you follow my channel, I do a lot of content on women's bodybuilding, and
Hmm.
it's one thing. It's also like I said, genetics is also a factor into any kind of becoming an athlete. That's also a factor. But but that's besides that. Just a few weeks ago, you also had also another match. You had a three-way. It was I think you had your buddy Juicy and another lady by the name of Natural Ashley. I think all Natural Ashley.
All natural Ashley and then Chantel. I wrestled those two girls up in Maine
Hmm.
a few weeks ago, and that was pretty interesting. They're great women. I believe all natural Ashley is from Pennsylvania, if I remember right, and Chantel, I believe that's her name, is from Canada. So it's pretty cool to see the different style wrestling and stuff like that. It was definitely a challenge. Chantel definitely worked hard, and she was a little fireball that one. Definitely not what I expected, but she did end up winning the women's championship belt. Not the one I have now, but for main event wrestling, I believe it was for. And she earned it, honestly. She worked hard. I mean, she cheated a little bit with raking eyes and pulling hair and whatnot, but you gotta do what you gotta do to win, I guess. But it wasn't gonna stop me any. I kept fighting hard. I kept trying to get over on her, and she ended up winning. Because the first match I worked, Ashley, she kept whacking and working my head and banging it off everything, and I had the biggest headache. I'm not gonna lie, I got stunned pretty bad, and I kept trying to push myself. I kept trying to push myself, and then I had to go, and I ended up winning the first match with Ashley. But then when I went to work, Chantel, I think she was watching that match and trying to see what she can work on, try and like if I was hurt in an area or something from that original match. I think that's what she was doing because when I got in the ring, she started working my head just like the other girl did.
That's
I,
very
I
nice.
just couldn't take. I could just couldn't. I
Yeah,
tried pushing through it. I was getting dizzy. I kept working and working. She kept working me down.
just kept beating
And
you down, beating you down. We got here one of guy who's comes to my live streams, Mr. Lawrence Perkins. Good evening, Lawrence. We'd like to appreciate you coming through. Also, anybody who's watching this video, who's following this, like, comment, subscribe. Also, I have Tacoma's information, her social media information in the description, so check it out. But fellas, I'm gonna give you my rules where I tell everybody else no D pics. None. This she has a kid. She, it's just don't be that guy. I know,
please
she's a
don't.
yeah,
Don't be
she's a pretty girl. She's thick as a brick house. I know you guys get excited, but don't do that. Come on, don't do that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that
be
guy.
respectful,
Yeah, be
please.
respectful. Be respectful. That's the problem is that because truthfully, it's something I do because the fact is it needs to be said because the fact is a lot of you ladies, be you are like I said, I did interviews with ladies in MMA, ladies in like you, I think Road, I did an interview with. Ladies in bodybuilding. It's just there's guys who have, they be weird guys out there. And I know, these ladies are beautiful, and you get excited when they're in their outfits and like that, but they are professionals, and they're still ladies. Most of these ladies have kids, they have a husband. Last thing they want to do is, have the man to see your weenie knocker on their phone. Yeah, yeah, but my man, Lawrence Perkins. Yeah, yes, yeah. Be respectful. Now, we've been in contact for quite some time, and you know what? You're going to school now,
I
and
am. Yep.
where are you studying, ma'am? What is your studying?
I was thinking about being a physical therapist assistant, although I might change it. I'm not sure. Still feeling it out right now. With the classes I'm taking, I'm doing pretty good. All A's so far. Busting my butt with that between training and being a mom. And doing everyday, stuff as well, and making merch. Is as everyone knows, it's all handmade.
Yeah,
So trying to organize everything and fit everything, it's kind of hectic,
yeah.
but we're making it work. We're doing the best we can here.
Lawrence said he just saw the highlights from your wrestling match, so he probably must be like it. I mean, and like I said, I saw the pictures. I ain't saw the videos yet. I saw the pictures. One guy, he was this guy with the dude you had in the corner. He was like putting stomping on him. He put the boots on him. You're like Stone Cold Steve Austin. You were walking a mud hill. You were stomping a mud hole in him and walking it dry. Who's that gentleman you were beating up down on?
What? Trying to see if I can pull up the video real quick. 'Cause I think I know who you're talking about. Let me just make sure real quick. But yeah, that gentleman, he's actually a pretty good worker. I've passed with him a few times throughout the years, and he's a tough cookie, that one, definitely. Actually, I think someone showed me, he posted a picture of him, of his chest after my chops, and he said don't sleep on Nakoma and her chops, so she's not playing.
Yeah, and people
I
got to
think on
realize.
his Instagram or something, and I was
Yeah,
like, oh boy.
and people got to realize, even though this wrestling is a sport that's very, it's it's we all know it's just a we got naked HD XE what highlight strips. What is this a mott? Let me check this out. I think I got a mott here, so I got to get rid of it. I don't like these motts come on here because there'd be a problem. So anybody who's in here who is yeah, yeah, I think I got a mott. Let me get rid of him because that's the last thing you do. Because it's like let's see, remove, and I think I will time him out because you got to be careful with these things. They're usually somebody dropping some kind of especially these Russian mods. So he is
Oh, yeah.
timed out. Yeah. Okay. My man Lawrence Perkins says, "Keep on, Miss Nakoma. Keep take a step at a time. I know you're a great mother. Keep that legacy going." And
Oh,
that,
thank you, Lawrence. Thank you.
and we
Yeah, I'm
appreciate
looking
it,
at the
Lawrence.
comments right now. I'm still new to this whole thing. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, it's the thing is you get used to. Like I said, I don't read my channel being like a view comments. So yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, just read the comments. Let's see what the where here's comments. Like I say, yo, yeah, they say show it. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
still. Yeah, he we support you, and that's a good thing because I think you ladies need all the support you can get,
definitely.
especially yeah
No,
in
the
this
fans,
over.
you guys watching, you guys that come to the shows, you guys who even just message me and haven't been to a show but still support from different states and stuff. I love hearing you guys. You guys keep me going every single day, and I appreciate every single one of you. I really do.
Yeah, and the thing is, like I said, you are traveling, you're on the road. It's difficult. It's draining. That's also you going to school, you take care of daughter. How is our little wolf doing? How she's doing?
She's doing better. She was a little sicker about a week ago, but she's doing a lot better now.
Mm,
Thankfully, some medicine and rest definitely helped. And then, of course, allergy season doesn't quite help either, on top of being sick. So that was a
yeah,
struggle, but
yeah, it
she's doing
is.
good.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's this algae season coming through. People, if you are, it's my sister, Wild Tiger Eye. Wild Tiger is here. Thank you, Wild Tiger. She's a
Oh,
wrestling
that's your
fan.
sister?
No, well, it's not my sister's sister.
Oh, I
We
got you. I
where
got you.
we're
Yeah.
I talk about this gentleman by the name of Coach Sherry Harrison. He has his his site. He does CS Combat Sports. He does talk about MMA, boxing.
Oh,
He
okay.
and
Okay.
Rod Tiger. She's part of our organization. And she is a young
Thank you.
lady. She's also a fan of wrestling. If
Oh, awesome.
she posts video games, wrestling, MMA. She's a big wrestling fan, and I appreciate
Talking
for
about
coming
video
through.
games, actually, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I actually got messaged by a video game company that I might be a part of. I'm actually in the works of speaking with them. Let me see, what's the name? I think it was on Twitter they messaged me on. Let's see here real quick. Virtual Basement, I think they're called, and they messaged and reached out. A bunch of people were tagging me in it. Didn't know what the heck it was. I'm like, what's Virtual Basement? And then people are telling me it's a video game that they can turn me into a character in a video game, a wrestling video game. So I am currently thinking about doing it. I'm currently talking with them as we speak. So we'll see if I end up being in a video game. Definitely keep you guys updated on that, and
That's
probably do some quick videos on the process, because I actually saw some little clips and it's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Put it
because the
that
thing is,
way.
like, video games getting popular. When I was a kid, we first we started out. We had the Atari. Then
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then I saved some money. I saved some money. I bought a Sega. We used to have Nintendo, Sega. I don't play video games like I used to. I play on my phone, like something like I play some games on my phone, but I hadn't really played video games in a long time. Me, and my brothers, and my nephews, we used to have little tournaments. We used to play like Street Fighter or Mortal
Oh yeah,
Kombat
Street Fighter. Yeah.
or James Bond. I mean, my nephew, my youngest nephew, he used to do this. He said he was good at it. He used to shrink down and he could like shooting with rocket launchers and stuff. You can't see him, and me, I get put out and they're like da 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 da. Blung. I say, yeah, oh shit! Congratulations, saying Wild Tiger Eye. She's wishing congratulations.
Thank you,
And
thank you.
we got here is Louis LeBoy. Uh,
Oh, I know Louis the boy. I've seen him. I'm seeing him on Facebook there.
Yeah, BCW Sports Tacoma. We are proud to have Tacoma with BCW, and thank you, Lewis, for coming
Thank
through,
you.
brother. You can, if you ever interested in doing an interview with me, I'm happy to do an interview with any of these upcoming wrestlers because, like I said, especially the grassroots wrestlers, because you're the ones that don't get much attention. Everybody's looking at like. Tell you the truth, we just had WrestleMania a couple of weeks ago, I think, and I don't really watch the big organization anymore. I think I did a video about one of my favorite wrestlers, Thunder Rosa. She just won the title
Oh
over the
yeah.
AEW. I also talk about people like Jade Cargill. I might talk about the role who did an interview with. like I said, I really focus. Like I said, my channel. This is my channel for the ladies. Even though I did talk about the guys, because rest in peace to the great Scott Hall. We
Yep.
lost him about a month ago. But you ladies need a lot more attention. Women in wrestling has really expanded the last few years compared to back in, like usually, you originally, a lot of ladies were originally valets when they started, and then they go up and they start wrestling. You can think people like Fabulous Moolah, Mae Young, the late sister Sherry, Miss Jacqueline, Jazz, and then you have people like Charlotte Fair, who's taking up her father's mantle. You have Bianca Belair. I mean, you have Sasha Banks. Then just last, the WrestleMania, you had history made when three black women won. You had Sasha and Naomi won for the tag team titles. You had, Bianca would gain her title, and that was just history. And what's your mindset of that? As women are evolving in the sport of wrestling.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm actually happy that the women now are being more noticed, I guess you could say. But on top of that, I've also noticed that more natives are coming out as well, which is pretty awesome because actually at Bay State, there's a gentleman that I actually met named Chaska Nayati, and he is pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. And then I met more natives that were also wrestlers. I had no clue were natives because one guy had a mask on. Of course, I can't see his face, but there's a lot of them are coming out, and I am proud. I am happy because I was so sick and well, not sick and tired, but I felt like I was the only native in the East Coast that was a wrestler until now. They're slowly coming out, and I'm excited.
Yeah,
Now
because
I got I guess you
yeah,
say cousins uh coming out as well.
because I remember there was the only Native wrestler I remember when I was coming was a guy called Tatanka. His name was Chris Chavis. He's from
Yep.
my county, Robinson County, and he started wrestling in smaller venues. Then he was up in WWE, WWF back in the day, and he was from a tribe called Lumbee here. And I forgot, what was your tribe again that you're from?
Abenaki.
Akamaki, and
Abenaki.
Abenaki.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you for correcting me.
No, it's all good.
I appreciate that. Louis LeBoy says Nakoma had the biggest pop on the show when Nakoma won the Battle Royal. That's pretty good. My sister Wild Tiger says AW is good. I would go January 22nd, that Wednesday. Congratulations. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. I've never been arrested for a show, but I wouldn't mind going. I ain't
That
a
would
fan
be
of
yeah,
Charlotte
I've been
Flair.
there.
She's athletic. I give her that, but I don't care for Charlotte. LOL. Yeah, I think a lot of people say not a fan of Charlotte. You know, she is a character. And being that her father, he just turned 73 years old. Ric Flair, he's a legend. I grew up watching Ric Flair as a kid. I mean, the Nature Boy. The woo woo. He's walking, he's doing the styles. Jim Zane driving, champagne drinking, son of a gun. I love him. And when you coming up, who was your idols as wrestlers? You like to watch.
I liked I think this might be an obvious one, but China was one
Yeah.
of them.
Hmm.
And it was just the power she gave. Just not even like she didn't have to really do it. She came out. You see, she just had that positive energy, like that strength. Like I'm not here to mess around. I'm here for business. I'll fight whoever. Like that's kind of how I guess that's how I am too. But she just walked out and got everyone's attention. And all she did was walk. She had that strong like don't mess with me kind of walk. I just loved that, and just not because she was big in size or nothing. It was just the mindset of I can do this. No matter who steps in that ring, I'm gonna do it. No matter what gets thrown at me, I'm gonna take care of it. It's just I just loved it. That was one of them. And then, Eddie Guerrero, he was just a goofball and just a ball of energy, which is another one. And then I guess the typical little kid Hulk Hogan was
Yeah, everybody loves Hulk Hogan because
everybody
he
loves
he,
Hulk
he,
Hogan.
he, he tell
What you gotta
little
do,
kids
fight
to
runner?
say your prayers, take your vitamins, and then he said the N word.
Oh
Thank
yeah, that kind of destroyed it. But
yeah. I mean,
but
Hulk
yeah,
man, I mean, if you see on my IG, I got a picture of him going like, brothers, like that is just stupid. And to Wild
Excuse
Tiger,
me.
thank you for saying rest in peace to China, rest in peace to her. She was great. Rest in peace to Eddie Guerrero. I
Yep.
remember him and China together, and they were having that little thing that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mr. Tarrant is a great feeling to see Native Latin and African Americans coming out strong. Yeah, I think the last few years, yeah, especially
Yep.
you have people like Kofi Kingston, who was champion for a good bit. Big E. You have Jade Cargill. You have the Mysterios. You have you still have the like a lot of the island wrestlers, like from the Uzos and all the others. I mean, that represent wrestling. That's really great, and we appreciate them. And here is, yeah, I love the diversity in the wrestling world now. Yeah, and it's getting more diverse. And even in MMA, the world is getting a lot more diverse. And and I just got a new subscriber. I got Louis LeBoy has joined my channel. Thank you, Louis.
Nice.
Thank you, because I'm already at over seven. I'm at over almost 750 subscribers. He's now, I think,
Hey.
making me 750.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe by the end of the year, I get to 800. By next year, I get 1,000. I'm just crossing my fingers.
Yeah, everybody subscribe. He is great. All his videos are amazing. It's not just wrestling, there's MMA like he was saying. He's got heavy lifters and everything. He always sends me links and stuff.
Heavy
They're
lifters.
amazing. Well,
Yeah, I know. You're like I say.
but yeah, no,
Yeah,
his honestly, guys, like he's very entertaining. Like when he, especially just talking to him now, he's always got positive energy about him, and he's always open to talk about anything. So definitely subscribe to his channel. No, don't cry, don't cry. You make me
you
cry.
want to
Stop
cry?
it.
Okay,
Oh
people,
my
take a
gosh.
minute
Oh
and think
my gosh.
about. Okay, let's have. Okay, take a minute. Think about flowers and pretty things.
Oh
Okay,
dear.
okay, okay. Thank you so much. You make
He's
this
gonna fix
old
the makeup.
broken.
He's gonna fix the
Yeah,
makeup.
you make this old broken piece of meat very happy. I'm just, especially come for a party woman like yourself, Miss Ma'am. I'm just an old broken cowboy. I watch a lot of wrestling. I have a lot of free times. This guy named Harrison. I don't know how to say his first name. Hey guys, how's goes it?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, no, he's one of my fans for I believe he's out west. He's a great guy. He's actually been training apparently for a while now. I'm not sure if he's had his first match yet, but I'm hoping to see him soon or cross paths eventually.
yeah.
He's another native as well.
That's good. That's great. You see, that thing is when you put this out there, and people's gonna follow. If you become the leader, you put people follow, and then also people gonna expand and grow, and then everybody's gonna you might may even see more like for like not just the small organizations, the big organizations, especially get talent. Because I think you have talent. I think someone like I remember a while back I sent a thing to you about it's an organization called Mission Pro. That's in Texas,
Oh,
and
yep.
and I
I
know
heard
you're
about
in
them.
Miami. I mean you're in Rhode Island, and that'd be a great organization to start because it's an all ladies organization. I know you like to prefer to work with the guys a lot more, but it is a great organization. It's run by Thunder Rosa. It's her organization. It's a great opportunity for up and coming female wrestlers because like the women that really have blown up in the last few years. Wild Tiger Eye, George Page, you're finna hit 100K, 1K by the year or next year. Keep going. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate Also, he goes. Not yet putting in work though, and yes, good
All right,
Harrison.
keep working hard because I'm watching. I can't wait to see you.
Yeah, and maybe one day you get the chance to the rest of your idol. You know, and the thing is, it's tough because you between you got your schoolwork, training. Also,
Yes,
I think next
definitely.
this weekend you got a show coming up. And, tell us about this upcoming show you got coming.
Yeah, so let's see here because I actually got my calendar right here. I was actually gonna tell you guys what shows are coming up. Let's see here. So on the 15th, actually, I'm gonna be wrestling here in Rhode Island on the 15th at CCRI. It's a community college here in Rhode Island, in Warwick, Rhode Island. It's actually at the Knights campus, and the bell time is at 7:30, and the company is called Watch This Fight. So if you go on Watch This Fight, you can go on the website. You can buy tickets. They're $10 each, and it's gonna be an amazing show. It's lots of amazing talent that's gonna be there, and I will be there. I'll be wrestling in a 3-way, possibly defending my title from New World Wrestling Extreme. So definitely it's worth the trip. I promise you. Rhode Island is a very small state, but there's lots of things to do, lots of places to visit as well if you want to come early and check out the parks and stuff. The food here is amazing. So if you want to travel down here, Rhode Island, and check it out and then go to the show, it's gonna be worth it, I promise you.
Well, I wouldn't mind doing that. Maybe one day I might do because right now I'm saving some money for a trip I'm planning on this the end of the summer. I'm going to my first bodybuilding show. That's going to be in Savannah, Georgia. Savannah's
Oh,
like just a few miles from where I stay at because I live in North Carolina and I'm just like a hop skip and jump for South Carolina. And I'm
yep.
thinking about going to this show. It's in Savannah, Georgia. It's the Linda Murray Pro Am show. I'm a fan of
Okay.
Linda Murray. She's one of the greatest female bodybuilders in the world, 8-time Miss Olympia. And it's an opportunity. Also, maybe get the opportunity to meet some ladies who I've done interviews with, who I've been on social media talking with. I mean, it was a great chance. And if I ever get the opportunity, because, me's not that far from Jersey. I got an aunt that lives in New Jersey. My father was living in Jersey. I might, if I ever get a opportunity, and like I said, I live on a budget, so I have to.
We all are at this point
Yeah,
with with the whole
it
COVID
is a
thing. I think
yeah.
we all
And the
are.
thing is, you have a kid to raise, and that's I just got me, and it's just, and you really, I respect you, and I just admire your passion and your commitment to the sport of wrestling. Wrestling, like I said, was the thing for us when we were coming up. Me, my brothers, my nephews, we like after cartoons go off, and wrestling come on. We used to
Yeah.
watch like NWA. There was Glow. There was WCW. WWE. Back in the day, WWF, not WEF, was on television. We used to watch like Saturday night. It was like the night before WrestleMania beats back in the day. It used to come on Saturday night show like a wrestling, and just there's other organizations that were great. And it's just been a fan of wrestling. I like it, but it seemed like the last few years is kind of taking a bit of a dip, especially like WWE. I think I grew up with a good part of the Attitude Era. I mean, with Stone Cold,
Yeah. Yep.
you just heard Triple H. He says he's not wrestling anymore. Stone Cold came back. Some people, Undertaker retired. Rock, he's doing the movies. All the great ones who have not passed away or who have just retired. It's just so much. It's just an entertaining sport. We have once again, Harris is saying from Midwest Heart of Native American. Yeah, I appreciate that. My sister Wild
Someone
Tiger.
said good. She beat me up.
Yeah. What's it? Who said that?
This is Claw. Don't go against nature.
KL. Oh my, that's my dude.
KLA.
He usually comes on my bodybuilding stuff. I'm surprised he came on this because he is a big supporter of female bodybuilding. Let me show you. See, yeah, I see. And KL usually he's take a picture, George, for the show to make slides. I'll do that later, KL. I appreciate that you. And she could beat me up, yeah, KL. But he talks about like that about women in bodybuilding too. He's a big bodybuilding fan. He's been
Oh
following
yeah.
my channel for like a long time. Also, hey, see, Wild Tiger, I'm on a budget. My damn self. I'm
Oh
trying to
yeah.
stop spending, but I'm also lift and bus fare. I mostly spend. Yeah. And we
I
don't have
feel you
where
on
I live.
that.
We don't do lift. You don't have your own car. You better, you're gonna be doing Pat and Charlie, and that's left, right, left, right. You know, and she said my name right. Yeah, so KL, yeah, man, you really got some fans out here.
Yeah,
People
follow
generally,
me. I have TikTok. I got Instagram, excuse me, Twitter, and Facebook. So,
yeah. But I
I
forgot your
mean,
TikTok. I should put the TikTok description. I put it in later, but you can send me a link till later. I'll put it in later.
yeah, my TikTok's been blowing up lately. I was like, I don't know.
I
I haven't
I think
posted
it's
in
from that.
anything.
I think it's from that last that from the weekend fan wrestling thing. I think you got a lot when what happened with you when Nick cheated. People don't people like to see somebody who's like sometimes there's people like the bad guy every now and then. But the fact is, by what he did, and and Nick, I know you may not listen to Nick. You're dirty, Nick. You're dirty. Yeah. I think I never liked you, Nick. I don't know why. It's just there's some people you just don't like, and you never be friends. and whatever you do, Nick, I'm like Sicky Johnson's. Whatever you do, I hope everybody does worse to you, and hate you all, and Nick. I'm gonna go to your mama's house and feed her with a water dish, and
Oh goodness.
because she's white chili. So I'm sorry, I had to go into my pretty hater year to roar. Sicky Johnson. I love that Dave
Oh
Chappelle. He's
goodness.
great.
Yeah,
And we
right
have
now
here
I
is it?
got
Yeah,
9,948 followers. Oh Jesus, I'm almost at 10,000.
that's great. And
It's bigger than 10,000, guys.
and maybe also she's also on YouTube, folks.
Yep.
And I forgot to put that in the description. I put it in later. So you want to check her video stuff? I got a couple of videos of her that from her. She let me post it on my channel from her TikTok, and that was nice. Those videos, those videos with her. It was a girl, Shayna, and National Ashley. I reached out to her. She hasn't come. She hasn't responded yet. I mean, I like to give anybody an opportunity to tell their story, because you know what, a lot especially with you women, especially in the small organizations, you don't get the opportunity to somebody hear your story and and talk about you. Because the fact is, everybody's gonna go like the you wrestled Vicky, Vicious Vicky, and another girl a while back ago, and
Yeah, Vicious Vicky. That was God. I think that was like a couple of years ago. I think now, but that's another girl that I want to get back in the ring with. Vicious Vicky. She's definitely a warrior in the ring. She doesn't play, that's for sure. And I love wrestling her because it's always a war. It's not just wrestling; it's a war. Like we're straight going at it, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a challenge too. And I love challenges.
yeah, that's a good thing. You find that person, you go like we go head to head, like classic, like Dusty Rhodes, or
I
or
actually talking about warriors and stuff like that. There's actually a girl I haven't heard before, but Showcase Pro Wrestling had a show. I had two shows on the same day on Saturday. So I wrestled for BCW, which was a great show. It went amazing. And then right after I had to book it all the way to Showcase in Franklin, Massachusetts. And that was about an hour and a half away. And then I had to work Evie De La Rosa, and she is definitely a fighter. She's a fire. She's got a lot of fire in her, and definitely caught me off guard because she's tiny looking, but she don't play. Me and her went at it. Like we really went at it, and again cheated and won. But still, regardless, like that was a battle. Like that is someone who does not play, and she's been in the business for I think 10 years or so. So she's been in there longer than I have. And
now,
I think she works at Test of Strength in Massachusetts. Oh no, I like Connecticut. That's where that place is. But she doesn't play. That's someone else you need to talk to too.
what's the
She's
name again?
Evie De La Rosa, Dela Rosa.
But just send it to me later in the
Yeah,
IG, and I'll reach out to her, because I like um Mr asking, where are you wrestling next? She's going to wrestle this weekend. If you want to,
I actually got two shows this weekend.
yeah, you can tell it's
So
you.
yeah, so Friday is in Warwick, Rhode Island, at the CCRI Community College on the Knights campus, and the bell starts at 7:30, and then on the 16th on Saturday is New World Wrestling Extreme, and that is in Taunton, Massachusetts, at Platinum City Gaming, and that is in at 294 Winthrop Street in Taunton, Massachusetts, and that place is actually a really cool spot. I've actually checked it out, and it's like there's a whole bunch of games there. I think some nights they do like karaoke and stuff. I don't know what they're doing Saturday nights. I mean, I don't know, but it is a lot of fun there. So on top of that, you're getting a wrestling show, and I think you might be able to play some games afterwards too. So I mean, it's a win-win,
Yeah, that's pretty
get to
good.
have fun with not only watching wrestling, but you also get to check out a really cool spot to play games and everything.
Where
So,
Harris says he's surviving bump drills, always
oh,
fun.
geez. Oh, those are a
You
lot of
know,
fun.
Wild Tiger. Yeah, that's good that wrestlers and MMA fighters, or whoever, stay connected with their fans. And that's the thing. You got to, the fans keep the, you got to remember, especially, like I'm a small YouTube guy. I'm just not the big boy, but I would like to give anybody a platform to come out here and talk about themselves. Because like I said, especially for you ladies, because like I said, the ladies need a lot more attention. If you look at so many other channels, like I talk about this, especially when it's bodybuilding. I talk about how there's like 20 of men channels dedicated to the men, but so few channels dedicated to you ladies. I mean, because the fact is, especially in wrestling, everybody's gonna look at the guys because the guys, the big guys. Everybody, especially traditionally, how wrestling has always been a man sport. But as again, in the last few years, it has expanded. You have, it wasn't long ago WrestleMania it had a women headlining. You had a Hell in a Cell. You had organizations like Impact, and also in one organization, RH. They just recently, after they were shut down, before they got shut down, they had just rebooted their women's Western division. They only had so few women, but they were expanding for a good part. But they had to shut down. I mean, I hope that'd be a great acquisition if they ever come back for you to start it, because there's a lot of ladies like saw that Roxy, who was the champion at the time, who lost the title to Dana Perazzo. Now she's over at WWE and she's
Yep.
training with them. And
Hmm.
she's I think she's been maybe longer than you, because she started out like I think she was 13, 14 when she started.
Yeah, I think she's definitely, yeah, because I didn't start until I was like, I think 21, I believe. Because I've been doing this for about, well, it'll be 8 years in October. So yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
so it's I've been doing it for a little while, but I think she's definitely got a few more years than I have.
Yeah, and, being especially she's being young. My girl, Wild Tiger, Isaiah. After the MMA path, my body will stay good to go physically. I will make a run for pro wrestling. I always wanted to be a wrestler. And that's
Hey,
everybody.
yeah, we need
That's
more females in the business. Come on, let's go. Go to
yeah.
go check out the schools out there. I mean, I don't know what's out in your state, but definitely it's worth it and it's a lot of fun. It really is. And it not only keeps you in shape, but some people like with me, my story, um I my daughter's father was a wrestler and I was his manager and I was 18. And after that kind of went south with him, I became a mom and stuff, a single mom. And depression hit and I didn't know where to go, I didn't know who to talk to, I just stayed in my own bubble. A lot of bad things, PTSD, stuff like that. And wrestling has helped me through a lot and had me kind of rebuild myself, brought my confidence back. It helped me develop new things that I never thought I'd be able to do, like talk in front of crowds, be around groups of people. Because I had anxiety like crazy. But now, after I've fought through these things, I've pushed myself and I've learned how to organize myself, not only in the wrestling business, but outside too. And it does so much more than just help you get into shape and maybe put a couple bucks in your pocket, whatever, but it does a lot more, not only mentally, emotionally, it does it physically. It does a lot for you. So I definitely support anybody that wants to join pro wrestling. It doesn't matter how big you are, how tiny you are, what age you are. If you want to do it, go for it. If that's a dream, go for it, push yourself and do it.
Hmm. Yeah, like I have conversations with ladies, like same thing about the other sports like bodybuilding, MMA. They got into it, for if it helps them for fitness reasons, but then they really get into the thing seriously because it evolved from just being something to do for a hobby, for it became more of a passion. And that's a
Hmm.
good thing when you find your passion in life. My man KL again, do you ever get paid a lot of money to pay the bills? And that's the big question. If it's
It
catch 22.
depends. Honestly, it depends on the company you work for, obviously. Also, you got to play it smart because not only are you getting paid to work the show, but you got to think about merch.
Hmm.
You gotta be smart when it comes to business, which you definitely learn while being in this business, which is another thing. You can become business smart, a saleswoman or man, either or, but you become business smart on top of that. So not only you gotta keep track of what you're spending for, if you're flying out for a plane, how much did that cost you, gas or whatever. You gotta consider that. So that's getting taken out of your pay. So you gotta realize, well, if I get paid this much, am I making the same thing back that I'm spending? So you gotta calculate how much, all that kind of stuff. Plus, you want to be different when it comes to merch. You don't want to be getting what everybody else has. So, which is why I hand make my stuff. I do native art, like beadwork, stuff like that. Something that you don't see at other people's tables. So that will also help, get more money. Although my angle on wrestling is not getting money. I mean, sure, of course it's helpful. It's great to get paid and everything, but I want to share my art with my fans. I want to and share the culture, which is why I do what I do. So again, it all depends on how you calculate it. You got to be smart about everything too. So, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Wild Tiger Eye says that I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I don't know if there's only one in my city, but it is. I know it's one in Green Bay. That's what she's talking about. School in Green Bay. She's thinking about wrestling, and
Okay.
she says, "Thank you for the advice." And here's
Yeah, no
also she
problem.
says, "I would step back into MMA gym. I took a 4 week off from it because of money and mentally I wasn't there, but I am back." And much respect to you. I hope you're doing all right, Wild Tiger, because I know she's been through some stuff a while back, and she's a great young lady. I have a lot of respect. I see her like I say my sister, but I see she reminds me of one of my nieces. When she was coming
Oh
up, she
yeah.
was young. And
Yeah, because
here is
I understand, like, sometimes you're not mentally all there when you're at training and stuff like that. Like, I have those days all the time, and sometimes you do need to step back and just stay, home, just breathe for a little bit. Because sometimes not always, some people think, oh, I'll just go out and work out and it'll be fine. Sometimes your body just needs that break to just not do anything and just breathe. Because I totally understand that. Like, I get like that sometimes.
mhm.
So I'm glad you're going back and you're still pushing on. So I'm proud of you for that.
Yeah, this thing is like we know a while back. Remember at the Olympics, Simone Biles, she took a step back because you know what? If your mind doesn't isn't with you, it's just it doesn't work in the body. If you can't get your
No.
mind together, the body's not going to follow, and
Yeah.
you can hurt yourself. And you got to understand, athletes, and you are an athlete. Being even though people see wrestling as sports entertainment, you are an athlete. You have to be in shape. You have to do a lot of these. I remember watching like the Tough, how you had to do a lot of these bumps and stuff. You have to do ring work. You have to know how to work the ropes. You have to move around. You have to do rotations, and it has to be constant consistency. Because if you don't, you might you had an incident when you saw how Big E had got
Yeah.
his neck hurt,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That was insane.
yeah, and remember WrestleMania
Crazy.
draws when he got paralyzed by D'Lo Brown. Sometimes
Yep.
that stuff happens. You got to be careful. If you don't know how to do a bump right, like wrestling is good part of wrestling like this. It's 50% you know stunt work, 50% acting. You have to be, but it's all have to come together. You have to put on a good show, but also have to be safe because like you said, we talked earlier how you said like you're still sore from what you went through. Because I remember one a while back when you were had a match, I sent you like sort of package, helps you with your sore and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
no,
Yeah,
that was like perfect time. I'm not even gonna lie. I was hurting. Like you know how you get like a tight muscle right here and you end up not being able to turn your neck a little
yeah,
bit?
yeah.
I kept trying to stretch it. Then your package came in. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, thank you so much. I packed that on. I was like, oh, it helps so much. But yeah, no, definitely like to be safe, always go to training. Because that's what it's for. Even if you've been in for like 20 years, still go to training. There's always room to learn more, always like critique little things, better things. Like, there's always go to training. Please, for the love of God, don't go to training for like 2 months. Think that you're like perfect, you know everything, because you don't know everything. Some people get that big head about themselves and they just go out into the world and try to get booked everywhere. Sometimes people lie even. They'll say, "Oh yeah, I've been training for 8 years," and then they get in the ring, they get hurt, or they hurt the other person. Like I've almost been in that situation with someone, and luckily I looked into like this is why when you are a wrestler, you look into their background, you do your research, you look at their videos, see if they can actually do what they're saying to protect not only yourself but for that person too, because you don't want to make that person look bad, and you want to protect them as much as yourself.
Hmm.
So you got to be
Yeah.
careful out there because people do that, and it's scary.
This is my brother James Henry coming through. I said, "Hi everyone, hi James Henry, appreciate you coming through." And here is KL again. Don't go against nature. He used to be KL. Ain't no angel, but it's KL. Like, don't go against nature. He says it sounds like female bodybuilding how she explained it, and that's true because the aspects of female bodybuilding how the ladies have to train, have to travel. One thing is the posing suits cost maybe $2,000. You
Oh,
know,
geez.
yeah, because the little polo suits they wear, because you see my videos and stuff. The polo
Yeah,
suits they wear can cost anything from $1,500 to $2,000,
that's
and they just and
crazy.
most times they may wear that suit only maybe once or twice,
Yeah,
and then you have to work out. You have to be
yep,
consistent. Even though as we went through the pandemic. I know somebody was talking about they were going like crazy because the fact that they couldn't go to the gym and work out because we shut down the gym. Some people were lucky enough to have maybe equipment at home or somebody did some home training, but then the gym is the way for some people. It's their therapy. It's the way to get out of the home, to work out, to train, to get to work out, to practice. It's a latitude, to be an athlete and to compete in any kind of sport. My sister Wild Tiger Eye, people need to respect pro wrestling. I also count pro wrestling as athletes. Yeah, sports entertainment, but like you, George Page, they are still athletes. That's true. I would say that you are athletes. You're no different from the baseball players, football players. Bodybuilding is a sport. It's not as mainstream. I think wrestling is more popular than bodybuilding, but there's been a lot of people who came from that sport to came to wrestling, like Brian Cage. Trish
yep.
Stratus was a professional, was a competitive. I think she did like a bikini figure, or something like that. Also, John Cena, he was a bodybuilder, power lifter. You see a lot of people coming from, transition from cross from one sport to another. I've seen quite often for many years. Here you go. This is from uh, my man James Henry. Miss Wolf, you are pretty and beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I
But
appreciate
James
that.
Henry, do you know my rule? No D pics.
Please, no.
Be just
No.
leave it like that. You want to see some little flowers or something like that, or a little something like that. Be nice, be respectful, but don't be no weird guy. Don't be no weird
Yeah,
guy.
stuff like comments like that, that makes me feel good, honestly. I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, and that's the thing. She's an attractive young lady. She is serious about herself. She's committed to what she's doing. This lady we've become. I remember we chatted to her a few years ago. She was kind of hesitant. I can stand, but we become very friendly. I think she's a wonderful lady. Maybe
Thank
someday
you.
when I do get to meet you, I would love to meet you in person if I ever get a chance to. Come to Rhode Island, maybe see you wrestle. I got a lot of
That'd
things I
be
got to do,
awesome. Yeah.
and like I said, the world of wrestling is a great journey. Sometimes not everybody gets to be called to the big show. You have a lot of people who still grassroots. And I think I watch more stuff like on the internet, like small organizations. Like I watch Title Match, and I
Yes.
think that'd be a great place because I think you have some stuff on Title Match, and I think this is where I think a lot of people recognize these I would say grassroots wrestlers, the independent wrestlers, and also if you're a big organization, this is I'm saying this. If you're a big organization, you want interested in bringing somebody up. She's a great person. I think she's probably a great worker. She's most of a great worker. She will probably be great for the organization. I know the idea they want the little tiny little girls that look like Charlotte. No, no, get some women with a little meat on the bones. A little bit, something, something a little jiggle to it. There's Naomi and a couple other people I can think of. Like I'm a big fan of Jordan Grace, there's Faye Jackson, my lady who did interview with the Woad, you
Oh, the
know, the,
Woad. I've seen her video. I haven't met her, but she means business big time.
yeah, the
I'd love
weapon
to meet
of
her
ass
one day.
destruction. You know, I mean,
Yeah, she ain't
she's
playing with that thing.
and the
That's
thing about her is that she has only one eye, and she's wrestling. With people who are have both their eyes, and she's doing pretty good. She's a champion over at Shine. She's a Shine Nova champion, and I think she's supposed to be wrestling. I think this weekend also, I believe. And she has defended the title a couple of times. KL says one wrestler that I met back in the day was Mankind. I seen him while at work on the internship, and yeah, Mankind, aka Cactus Jack, bang bang. Also better known as Mick Foley. He is a legend. I remember the story of how he fought him, Terry Funk, and he lost that piece of his ear. And here goes James Henry says, "Welcome, Miss Wolf." He says, "Welcome to you." And we got here. Mr. says, "We can't wait to have her at KPW."
Yep,
So,
that's another company that I've actually spoken to, and I am glad to be a part of. I haven't debuted yet, but I will definitely be doing that pretty soon. That company reached out to me a few months back, Also, the tryout I had, I don't know if you remember, I went to a tryout in New Jersey for a few companies as well. LTW, I'll be wrestling for in New Jersey this month. Let me see. On the, let me double check real quick. The 24th, they have a show in Monmouth, New Jersey. I'm sorry, I probably pronounced that wrong, but
You know,
um,
it's Jersey.
but yeah, no, I had that tryout and that was definitely interesting. A lot of companies were there for the tryout. Grimm wants me on his show as well. He's actually, I reached out to him a few months ago because, well, Lewis showed me his YouTube channel. I'm not much of a YouTuber, so but he showed me it, and I recognized one of the girls in there. So I'm like, let me hit her up. Let me see what's going on with that. So I hit her up. I'm like, hey, I was like, I saw you on Grimm's tape video there, and I was like, maybe you and me have a match. So she's like, yeah, hit him up. So I hit him up, and he's like, yeah, definitely, I would love to have you on there. And I didn't realize he was going to be at the tryout, so I get to meet him in person too. And he is definitely an interesting person, very energetic and everything. Apparently, he kept calling me Xena Warrior Princess, but that's all right. That's I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I seen his YouTube video from that tryout, and I thought it was pretty funny.
yeah. Jazz deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Period. I thought Jazz was in the Hall of Fame. I know Jackie's in, but yeah, Jazz deserves to be because she just retired. Um, I met two pro wrestlers when I was younger, and here this is a true story about me. I met the late Ivan Koloff years ago. He was a we had a Super Walmart open up in Wilmington, North Carolina. That was our county seat, and he was there signing autographs. I have a picture of him and Nikita. It's somewhere in my closet. I don't know where it's at. It's up there, and it was a great to meet him. I remember I was talking to him. I asked him, "Where's Nikita doing?" And Nikita Koloff. He's a preacher in Charlotte. He's a preacher. A while back, he did a series called Preacher's Daughter, with his daughter and some other daughters of a man in religion, and and it's just he the thing is he don't have that Russian accent, but they think a lot back there. Eventually, a female superstar will lay out a creepo in reality soon enough. Yeah,
What?
yeah. I remember a situation where I was watching this video where Stone Cold was talking about how he was wrestling. Some guy came into the ring with him, and I saw Triple H came in. That's when Triple H was Hunter Hearst Helmsley back in the day, and he beat the guy up. Yeah,
Okay.
and it happens. It's these guys. I don't know why. I got the pictures as well. Much respect to my girl Wild Tiger Eye, and
I really
you
like that name though. I'm not a guy. Wild Tiger Eye. Is that what he
yeah,
said?
it's like Tiger Isaiah, I think, but we
Is
know her
Jack?
as white. We know her white Tiger Eye, but she changed her name a couple of times. It was the white Tiger Eye. There's white Tiger Eye.
Uh,
That'd be a great name, wrestling name because she can use that. Or she can use that
that's
as
actually a
her.
cool name. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, and she's a great young lady. Like I said, she is she I support her. She support me. She's also on YouTube also, and YouTube is it's still a great outlet for you. You can still post stuff like that. Also, like, so again, you have a YouTube channel. I forgot to put it in the description. I will put it in later when I because like she said when I after I put my video, she called IG me, she DM'd me, and I said, okay, let me put something together and to get all the information. And I said, quick. So I usually give somebody at least maybe a couple of days so I can put a little video together and stuff like that. But I already did that other video, so that might as well just count as that because I do an introduction video, then I put stuff on my YouTube, I put on my Facebook, I put on my IG. Then I try to make sure everybody knows about it. I think this is a good time because most of the time when I do interviews, usually middle of the day, but you like to say this is your free time. You put the little wolf to bed. You want to talk about the match you had, and we talk about dirty cheating Nick Diamond. Nick Diamond, I just don't like that guy.
He watched. She wanted to watch the match. I was like, "You sure?" She's like, "Yeah, I want to see it." So I watched it, and she got mad. She's like, "He cheated." And I was like, "Yeah, he cheated." And I was like, "But guess what?" She's like, "What?" And I showed her the next video of like the battle royale, and she's like, "You did make it." I was like, "Yeah, I made it, and I won." She's like, "Yeah!" She got all excited, and she gave me a high five and tackled me.
That's a good thing, especially when your children see you, because children, especially a mother. our mothers is our hero because my mother, she's she passed away. Like maybe I talked to you, she passed away a couple years ago.
Yeah.
My mother, she was a single mother. She had to raise not only myself, my older sisters, my younger brothers, also two grandchildren, and she was a great one. My mother was Medea. She used to carry a purse and a gun, and she was Medea. She was Medea before Tyler Perry was Medea.
Oh, jeez.
And she was a great lady. Yes, that's my fighting and pro wrestling name. Also, the Wild Tiger is my alter ego. And much
Oh,
yeah, that's a
okay.
good thing for you. And here we have Jane Henry. I just followed you on YouTube, so
There
you
you
got a new
go. Hey, you
subscriber.
got another follower.
Yeah, no, I think she's talking about you
Oh,
because
me.
you already followed me on YouTube. He's talking about you.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the wild tiger. Oh.
No, that's James here. We talk about you follow. He said he's following you on YouTube now because he follows me anyway
Oh,
on
okay.
there.
Thank
And
you.
plan to wear my Warrior Wolf merch on Raw upcoming. Greetings from
Hey, thank
Harrison.
you. Yeah. Yeah, he
And
sent me a picture. He has my mask, t-shirts. Yeah, he's got my stickers.
oh no, I think he said he's. Oh yeah, you're right. He said. White Tex says, "Yeah, Jane Henry, thank you for scrapping." Yeah, he was following her, but you might also. I don't have your next time I remember to put in your YouTube thing. Anybody watch this video later? If you want to follow her, I will. Put in her YouTube channel description later on. If we watch the video and you want to subscribe to her channel, also I'll put her TikTok because I know she has a TikTok.
Yep.
I was getting I was like I said, I was putting everything. I feel like I have to get something. Then you say talk about YouTube, and I forgot YouTube.
I'm getting a
And
little bit better with the TikTok videos, so it's not just wrestling matches. It's actually like goofy videos and stuff like that. I'm starting to get a little bit better with all this TikTok stuff, so you'll see the goofy side of me, not all the side of me. You'll see the real side of me. And on TikTok, you can ask me questions as well, and I'll be able to answer them as well too. So feel free to hit me up on there.
yeah, and like I said, people you want to like I said, reach out to her. If you listen to this video, if you are a promoter and you're looking for somebody for your organization, she's a great lady. She's a great worker. She get a little bashful because I give her all these good praise. And I'm gonna say again, my cowboy verse. She's still a pretty woman. She's a handsome woman. So I just really like Miss Tacoma. She's a nice lady. And
Thanks.
I just Marsha Dillon, and like I said, much respect to her and all the ladies, and I know I don't want to hold you up too long because I know you got to rest, you got school tomorrow, you got to go
Yeah.
train, got to practice. Whew, you got a busy day.
Yeah, it's part of being a mom too. I mean, we don't give up. We keep pushing and working hard. We got
Yeah,
kids to take care of.
yeah. Well, I'm lucky I don't have that problem. my
Oh
sisters,
God.
my older sister says, like, George, you can have a babysit. No, it's too late. I'm 48 years old right now. And she, well, I said, nah, it's too late now. I mean, and then if I did have a kid, my sister Mary was still around. My sister Betty, they would take my child, and I would never see my child. I'll see her every now and then, and the baby would call me Uncle George. I say, no, I'm your
Oh.
daddy. Your Aunt Mary is not your mama, and your Aunt Betty's not your mima. They're your aunts. I'm your daddy. It's just
Oh.
I'm your daddy. We don't you see,
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's true. My sisters were good for snatching up kids, and streaming like their own dad. But my older sister raised me practically like her. When I was growing up, people thought my older sister was my mother because her nephew, her son, my nephew, was only 2 years apart between us. She was
Oh.
pushing him in a cart, and she was walking with me. And because my mom and dad were working, they were sharecroppers, they worked in the field. She had to watch me and my younger brother, my nephew and my younger brother. People thought she was my mother. I was going to school and say, and ain't pay your mama? No, my mama's Miss Burt. And people thought my mother was my grandmother. And
Oh.
yeah, because my mother, she was like, she got married, she was 16, and she had
Yep.
my sister when she was like 17, and then she had the rest of us, which, and my brother, my younger brother, she had her when she was like 37. So she had one was young, and she had one when she was old. That's how they describe it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We got one more here. We got Harrison again coming through. Always stay awesome, you alls. And thank you, Harris. Thank you, Harrison, for supporting here. And like I said, while we got you here, you can who you want to shout out, and also drop any information while we have you here.
Yes. So you can follow me on TikTok. It's Nakoma.Tala. It's exactly how it's spelled right under here, right here. Also Instagram, same thing, Nakoma Tala. Facebook, Nakoma Tala. Just type in my name on any social media. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can purchase merch as well through any of those social medias. I'm more than capable of making dream catchers. I actually think about making them up again. Usually in the summertime, I start making them again. So if you want a custom one with certain colors on it, let me know. I started making cups, which you'll see actually on my art TikTok. It's for Eva, EVA, Limitless Sky, SKYE. So
Hmm.
if you type, I'll put that in I'll send it to you so you can post it after. But if you go on there, you'll see all my art stuff, my beadwork, cups, you name it. And again, I do custom work. So not only will I have wrestling cups with my face on it and designs on it, I can do family pictures, dog, whatever you want to put on the cups. I can do 3D. I can do snow globe type where the glitter moves all around inside of it. You name it. I'll be more than capable of doing it. I can mail them out, ship them out. But yeah, you can reach out on TikTok or any of my social medias as well.
That's one hardworking woman. If like I said, gentlemen, if you want a hardworking woman, this one right here. Snatch her up. And plus, like I said, she's a pretty woman. You can't. She get embarrassed when I say that, but I gotta be honest. I'm a man. We're gonna tell you. I'm a Southern gentleman, ma'am, and I would tell you you are a beautiful woman. I would tell you. I'll let you know.
Thank you.
So also, you're going to wrestle your upcoming events the rest of this weekend. What is it again? So everybody who missed it, who didn't see it.
So this weekend on Friday, it is, excuse me, Friday is CCRI in Warwick, Rhode Island. It's a community college. It's called at the Knights campus. It's going to be in the theater. Let me see the name of the theater. Just 1 minute. I just want to make sure I get the name right before I say it. It's I think it's Hackett Theater. It's at this. It's in the CCRI college. That's on Friday, and then New World Wrestling Extreme is on Saturday, and that is in, I believe I said, Taunton, Massachusetts. And that is Platinum Game. Platinum. Let me see. City Gaming. There you go. I had it switched around for a second. Platinum City Gaming in Taunton, Massachusetts. So you would go on Watch This Fight for the Friday show. Saturday, you would go on New World Wrestling Extreme website, which they have a Facebook, so you can go on there, click the link. You can buy your tickets there as well for the Saturday show. Tickets are $10 for the Friday show, and I do believe they are $10 or $15, I believe, for the Saturday one. I'd have to double check, but it's all there on the website. It's all there in the link on their website. So it'd be great to see everybody. And it'd be great to have everyone's support because I'm definitely going to need it for this crazy weekend.
Yeah, you're gonna be wearing out. If I remember something, you know what? I already got some package. I got to work on somebody. I'll try to see another package to help you out. Something
All
because I
right.
know, you can use it. You can use any help you get. Corny
Yes.
guy, a corny guy. Hey, you talk about me? You talking about me? Harris? Am I corny? Am I funny to you? Am I a clown to you, Harrison? Am I a clown? Am I a clown?
Hey.
Forget about it. Fugazi. Fugazi.
Oh my
Fugazi.
goodness.
Anyway, folks, I enjoy talking to my dear friend Miss here, Nicole Tower, aka the Great Warrior Wolf. Like I said, check out her social media platform: TikTok, Facebook, IG, uh, MySpace.
Not MySpace. I
No,
had
no.
MySpace.
I'm about to
I
say,
remember MySpace
it's
was like
funny.
elementary, middle school. Oh my
I, I,
goodness.
I had MySpace, but I never use it that much. Facebook is dominant now. Facebook,
Yeah.
IG. I think you on Snapchat or
Uh, I just keep it with the family. I don't really have Snapchat for like wrestling purposes. It's just to keep with the family. But
Mhm.
yeah, my social medias is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. You can hit me up on all those there. I love reading messages, so don't feel afraid to message me, ask questions, ask for advice. I'm here. I'm here to listen. I'm all ears. I love reading your messages.
Yeah, like I say, we appreciate her. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your hard work, commitment, passion for the sport of wrestling. Folks, again, I'd like to thank my sister, Wild Tiger, James Henry, also Harrison, also KL, Against Nature, MR, everybody who came through here, who comment, like, subscribe this video. If you miss it, you can watch it later. Support this lovely young lady right here in her journey in the sport of wrestling. Like I said, she needs all the support, needs all the backing. Hey, if you get the money, buy the merch. But as I said again, her social media stuff is in the description, and I'm gonna remind you one more time: no D pics. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy, please.
Don't be that guy.
Oh my
So
goodness.
anyway, I'd like to say good night to my dear friend Miss Nicole Matalia. Appreciate y'all for coming through, and
Thank you.
once again support these women in the sport of wrestling. Support any women in athletes, and especially their mothers, their wives, their students. They may not get as much consideration as their male counterparts, but they deserve that same respect. So anyway, this is me all the way George Page, aka the Emperor of Wrestling Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Don't like, subscribe. We're out.